Plus, we have a new student today.
Hola! Guys, I got this. I take Spanish. Hola! Me llama Julia. Welcome to la clase.
¿Qué?
This is Bob and ID. Hola!
Well, Mr. W said we have to teach Dora what we're learning.
Oh, I'll do it, 'cause, I speak Spanish.
No. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, well, Dora, we are learning about the 3 states of matter and the kinetic theory.
Mini lesson! Woo!
Okay, Dora. First, matter is anything that has mass and takes up space. So the 3 states of matter are solid, liquid, and gas. A solid is anything that is a fixed volume. It's rigid and doesn't take shape of a container. A liquid has a fixed volume. It's fluid. It fills up the container. And a gas has no fixed volume and is a compressible fluid that takes up the shape of the container.
A solid is able to change to a liquid and back again.
That's called melting. Melting is the process of turning a solid to a liquid.
As I was saying before ID rudely interrupted me, changing from a solid to liquid is called melting. Melting is the only way to change from a solid to a liquid. And in order for water to melt, it must be at least above freezing, which is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. For it to become a solid again, it needs to cool down to below freezing for water.
Which is called freezing and is the process of turning a liquid to a solid.
Duh.
And playing up, and playing up.
Okay, so this is a diagram of what the molecules look like in the water when it melts. The circles are water molecules, and when something is solid, they move very little. Then, as it heats up and melts, the molecules move faster and faster as they gain kinetic energy and thermal energy.
Kind of like flies flying around?
Exactly, I think.
Okay, now let's talk about liquid to gas, like shown. To get from a liquid to a gas, it must be heated more and or boiled.
Boiling is the process of turning a liquid to a gas.
Okay, you really need to stop interrupting me with your stupid dictionary. Anyway, in order for anything to boil, it needs to be 212 degrees Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Celsius.
But don't mix it up with evaporation. That has nothing to do with this process.
Okay, to get from gas to liquid is called condensation.
Which is the process of turning a gas to a liquid.
Oh my gosh. ID, really? Okay, in the atmosphere, condensation may appear as clouds, fog, mist, dew, or frost, and is not a matter of one particular temperature. It is when temperature is lowered to its dew point. Now it's when it gets complicated because there are certain things that don't have a liquid state.
And jump, and jump, and spin.
Okay, so this is called sublimation.
Which is the process in which solid turns straight to a gas and back without the liquid phase.
And it occurs in iodine, carbon dioxide, the chemical in mothballs, and camphor. But under the right conditions, even substances that don't normally do this can skip liquid phase.
Okay, now let's use it in real life.
Water, a liquid. First, it can be frozen into an ice cube, or the area around it must be below freezing. Then, it can go back to a liquid, which means it needs to be melted, and the area around it has to be above freezing.
It can be changed to gas, which is boiling, remember?
See.
And then back via condensation.
Putting into kinetic theory, we understand that all matter is made up of moving particles.
Gas has the most motion when in a container.
Liquid has some motion when in a container.
And solid has the least motion. Now, diffusion is the migration of a substance from an area of high concentration to an area of low concentration.
From the kinetic point of view, we understand that all matter is made up of moving particles. Thus, fluid phases, you would expect that this random motion would eventually mix the contents.
Yeah. So this process isn't instant, and it happens faster in gases, and at different speeds for each gas. Okay, Dora, do you get it?
Yeah, I already knew, like, all of this, and I speak perfect English, too. You guys are weird.
Okay, well, I bet you didn't know the exact definitions, huh?
Okay, that was pointless.
And pot a shot, and 2, 3, 4.
Well, now I know who not to talk to.
Okay, class, now let's check out this one video. It has nothing to do with the lesson, but it's funny.